Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First time with Tariq Cohen, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Giants nothing. Eddie Pinheiro the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 67 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Makes the score Bears 14. Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got some space here. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
And got his man complete.
Let's get that
swagger, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The kick is good.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
A handoff to Barkley. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Brent Urban there to get him down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. On first down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Flush to his right. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 39.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
First down.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete to Slayton.
Jones.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half, and the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now.
Makes the score Bears 31, Giants 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And right away, he'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 38, Giants 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down, New York.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Jones now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Paul Richardson. 61 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Point after now from Catanzaro.
For the extra point.
And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread.
Makes the score Bears 38, Giants 21.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Number 29.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They try again with Cohen. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And 3.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears take over first down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. First down, a run with Cohen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Toss play, Cohen, right side. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and a yard, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out out of the gun, running with Cohen. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
The tackle made by
no gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 3, check 3. Switch. Alert.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards.
He was brought down.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down by Akeem Hicks. A 2-yard gain.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the bootleg. Jones. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Play by Kyle Fuller.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And Ingram hauls it in. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he finds his tight end, Graham. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
The Giants, 39-yard line.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Come get some. Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Watch the whip. He's coming. 18.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Barkley, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Jones to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike, check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Shepard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Just shy of the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Jones. Well, Brandon. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones taking it in. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
The ball carrier.
We got a plane to catch.
Down at the 26.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
Trubisky to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build-up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.